Good evening. I'm on site investigating how these health structures here in Italy operate with terminally ill patients. This is a structure, I'm not going to name it. It's in a place called Biente there in Italy. They deal with terminally ill people, and it's dedicated to deal with the virus. You know, the famous virus which kept whole fucking humanity in a limbo for 2 years now. And Italy is the only country in the world that adopt this health protocol. You know, people with spacesuits on, biosuits, all that rubbish. In other countries, they do not adopt it. The pandemic emergency is over, the 31st of March. Then they say all these things are going to disappear the 31st of December. Masks, health pass, and God knows what in hospital. We'll wait and see. All I like to denounce, in the Italian hospital of Ponte delle Lotti, in certain wards, certain nurses do not respect this fucking protocol, health protocol against this virus. They go around with no masks, or lowered in front of patients, or pass by the doorways of the patients. And even in this structure, I spotted a person, which is a protocol specially request for the people who enter inside to visit patients to wear a mask. Okay. Even if you're in an office, it's the same thing. And all the patients have to go through certain procedures: gloves, masks, what you might call it, surgical gowns. It's like if you was a fucking surgeon, ready for an operation. Probably on the brains of these twits here, I tell you. There is a saying, 2 weights, 2 measures in Italy. In Italy, the more rules you dig out, the more they don't respect. Does anyone control in these places, do they really follow these protocols since day one, which was introduced? Because I've seen people going in the wards with spacesuits on. Have we ever, learned from this thing? I think we never learned nothing probably from it. The way their mentality of these things they deal with this issue is absolutely ridiculous. It's what you might call it, it's absolutely ridiculous. Another thing we're referring, even in hospitals, you go into ordinary wards in Italy, mask, dressing gown, gloves. What about the nurses, which they enter in these patients' rooms, give them medication, change their beds, help them for something they need? They do not use these surgical gowns, and they're the ones who are more exposed to this potential danger. This is a strange thing. I would like, to be cleared. Italy, when has hit this thing in this country, the bug, they had the most rigorous restriction regarding lockdowns, mandatory thingy bobs, health passes, and all that shit. Health passes are only required if you go in old people's homes, hospitals, or special residents regarding for patients which are on their last legs of their life. And personally myself, why don't we dedicate these people, whoever they are or how long they got, a prayer when they do manage to pass this world and enter to another world? They'll be in a better place. And may they go in serenity, in peace in their soul. Because for these people, sooner or later, they're going to leave us. They leave us in a very civil matter with dignity. And if anyone's watching this video, this is dedicated with all the people who have relatives or friends in this stage, because I have a person in my family, they're on their last legs of their life due to cancer and all that stuff. It is sad, but it's the mysterious, it's a part of life. You have to accept it in the end.